Hello and welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider. I'm Jeff Brightwell, joined by Natalie Poole, and Coach Conference is looming this weekend, but let's go back over the last week. Didn't get a chance to catch up with you last week. First of all, let's talk about the MidWeek game. Had a game on Wednesday, moved up to Tuesday against Murray State. You come away with a 1-1 win, a 3-2 victory over the Racers.
Yeah, we definitely made a change, just trying to get the game in, and decided to go up on Tuesday, and they did a great job of making their field work because they had gotten a substantial amount of rain also. And so it was nice to go up there. It was a tough game, very close game. We had a couple good pitching performances, one by Hallie Seams, who started the game for us, and then Cheyenne Ellett, who closed it for us. And they both just did a great job working together to give us a chance to be in the ball game. Made some good defensive plays behind them, and then offensively just did our best to try to find a way to push runs across. And it ended up being an 8-run ball game, but we found that eighth. We did a good job of getting somebody on, moving them over, and then pushing. And so it was nice to be able to end up with a victory there in the midweek.
You end up coming home over the weekend against Louisiana Tech, a doubleheader Saturday, a game on Sunday. You win one of the games, the series finale 9-1. Saturday, you had some good games. Unfortunately, a 7-6 loss, a 10-6 loss, but I imagine La Tech, like every other team in Louisiana, is always going to be a very tough challenge.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that there was some things that we could have done a better job of on our side. Sometimes it's pitching, sometimes it's hitting, sometimes it's defense. And, we try to point it out where it is, and so we can take some ownership and accountability and try to make it better. And I would definitely say Saturday was a struggle for us from a pitching perspective. We walked a lot of people. We made some defensive errors behind them and extended some innings where the number of hits is going to raise up. And so we could have helped ourselves in some instances. But I was really pleased with offense this past weekend, to score 6 runs, and then 9 runs on the final day was a little bit more indicative of the type of offense that I think that we're capable of. And so I was proud of us for showing up and doing our job from that perspective. And so for us moving forward, we just got to piece it together. We've got to be in a ball game from a pitching perspective. Defense has to step up. And we didn't start the game off the cleanest on Sunday, but we cleaned it up after the first inning and was kind of lights out. Zoe Lecomte pitched for us. She did a great job on the mound on Sunday, being the defense, and the defense stepped up and did a good job behind her.
All right, Coach, no midweek games this week, so you head down to Tampa against USF, who is always a contender in the league, and looks like this year softball is going to try out the 4-game series as well. So that'll be a little something new for everybody. You'll be down in that hot Florida sun. It's really going to be the first really hot and I'd imagine relatively humid game, even though you went to Tallahassee. That was earlier in the season. So kind of get thrown into the fire literally to start off the conference season.
Absolutely. We anticipate a tough series with Coric on the mound for USF. She's doing a great job. She's definitely leading their crew and carrying the bulk of the innings for them. And so I think for us, it's just prepping and planning to see her a lot and doing our job to be prepared for that, just watching a lot of video, having some good practice plans in place, and executing those throughout the week.
Coach, before we let you go, because baseball is doing the same thing with a 4-game series, and I know the coaches are going to kind of, keep an eye out because much like the baseball league, the softball league, I know would always like more conference games. In your coaches' meetings around the leagues, have you guys talked about let's keep an eye on this season, see how the 4-game series goes, and see what we think about it at the end of the season, maybe to add conference games and give more weight to the conference next season?
I don't think that will happen with softball. I think that this for us was kind of a last resort. We wanted to make sure that we got the games. We typically don't have any trouble finding midweek games against some really great opponents. Part of how they choose the at-larges is who you're playing against out of conference. This year that has shifted because of COVID, but I anticipate that it'll go back. And so for us, I think that we'll probably go back to the 3-game, and I anticipate that we'll go back to hopefully playing a good out-of-conference, schedule where we all can get some good SEC, ACC, Big 12 opponents kind of within our area. And so I definitely look forward to that.
All right, Coach. It'll be nice once you get back there to kind of get back to normal.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you.
That is Natalie Poole. I'm Jeff Brightwell with the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.